Welcome back. I'm at Beebout Veterinary Medical Center. I'm with Dr. Brandon Beebout, and we're talking about a condition that happens in humans, but it also happens in our pets as well. We're talking about heart murmurs.
Yes, very, very common. So I'm a little dog guy, grew up with toy poodles, and 3 of them have developed heart disease in their lifetime, and ultimately were lost because of that. And under 20-pound dogs over the age of 9, it's about 70% of dogs that potentially have murmurs. Many murmurs, 90+%, are found incidentally at that annual examination. And so comes in any coughing, any exercise intolerance, difficulty breathing, nope, listen, and then there it is, there's that heart murmur. There's grades, and so out of 6, 1 through 6, of course, and as we start to see them inevitably progress, just like kidney disease, just like joint disease, it's inevitably progressive, and so we're watching and paying attention to that, when little dogs are also our teeth dogs, and so they're going under anesthesia, and so we really want to hear that, and then we'd like to classify that disease. Okay. Just how bad is it? How much regurgitation is there in that heart? And there's a diagnostic for it. And that is the echocardiogram. So an ultrasound of the heart. We have a new ultrasound machine that we're able to put into this building, and has a cardiac probe, and so we're able to get the images that we know that we're looking for, that we're used to from school and whatnot, and able to better and easier diagnose heart disease. And Dr. Powell, my wife, has gone to extra schooling up in New York for echocardiogram, and so she's kind of the bee's knees when it comes to that. So that's kind of her department, but able to allow us to start medications at the appropriate time and get longer survival times, which is what it's all about.
Now, is this something that these puppies are born with?
Nope, not usually. We do occasionally. We've done Harley, the golden, the German Shepherd, who had a congenital disease, which, again, we send off to a cardiologist. That's a surgical deal, but typically this is something that they develop over time. And so again, usually around the age of 9 in our small breed dogs. I do want to touch on, we're seeing a new fad with the grain-free diets, and we know that it's linked to dilated cardiomyopathy, DCM, and it's usually a large breed dog, and now we're seeing it in everybody small to large, in different breeds that we're not supposed to see it in. And so that's just something that's something that you just consult with your veterinarian and kind of talk about that if that's ever been something that you've fed your dog over a longer period of time, but something to definitely have a conversation with them about. But yeah, typically it's acquired and then diagnostic. It's getting that ultrasound of that heart.
Okay, so you diagnose a heart murmur. What's your next step then?
Typically it's monitoring until they develop the signs, depending on a couple other things. There's a few breeds out there where we'll start medications early, and actually that echo will tell us the amount and the velocity of that regurgitation in that heart. That sometimes will tell us it is time to start meds. And there's actually even been recent studies since I've graduated vet school, which wasn't that long ago, and they've even changed some of their protocols to get longer survival times. And so typically what we see is they're coming in heart failure, and then you're on 3 different medications for it, and we need to get you on a heart failure as soon as we can. And fortunately enough, again, in this building, oxygen is a big part of that. We have got now oxygen cages for these animals, because this is not a unique thing. Again, I've had 3 toy poodles and 3 toy poodles with heart disease. So.
Wow. So get in. That just shows you how important getting that first exam when the puppies are very small.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for your time this morning. If you have any questions for Dr. Brown and Dr. Powell, we'll share that information on our website. Stay with us next Monday as we bring you another edition of Pet Doc.